Hi folks, welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. The past couple of episodes have been a wild ride.
It's just been a roller coaster of emotions and situations and variables and robots and twins.
And clones.
And,
yeah.
and maybe Snake is here.
Perhaps. Definitely Akane is here.
Yeah, well, or was here.
Yeah, so where we're at right now is we've jumped back over to the lunar route where we entered the passcode and user ID correctly. And after unlocking the computer, we realized that Luna was in fact a robot, a golem.
Yes.
And after returning to the AB rooms, we realized that she is about to play the AB game against us because even though she died in this route, a muscle relaxant doesn't have much power against a robot.
That's true. Then maybe that's why we're able to power through, like whenever we get the muscle relaxant, because we still have like some
the
power
tubocurine. She got the tubocurine.
Oh,
which
that's
is
right.
muscle relaxant.
That's right. Which kills you.
Yeah, not the anesthetic.
Right. The tubocurine still kills
us. And the
us.
tubocurine definitely does still kill us.
Yes,
so,
it does.
Yeah.
Never mind. Scratch that. The points you made last episode, definitely threw me through a loop, and now I'm thinking we should ally.
Oh, okay. my cliffhanger bait accidentally flopped us the other way. I'm fine with allying.
Because you make a point. If she is operating under the three laws, she's gonna have to ally all the time.
Well,
but
no.
maybe not necessarily. That's true. You also made a point that betraying here wouldn't actually hurt us. Mm-hmm. It would just knock our BP down a little bit.
Yeah.
And if we ally and she ends up betraying, like, I don't know.
But we don't leave then.
Right. We're still here, and she fulfills her duty. That's true. She could leave.
But then
why?
Yeah.
Would she leave? She's fulfilling a directive right now. So this is another situation where allying actually might reveal a lot of information. Like, we
did that with Kay, and it immediately backfired.
It did.
And we also didn't learn anything. So.
No, that just fucking sucked. That was just like, you dumbass.
Yeah, it's like, you knew better.
Yeah, the game was like, that was the wrong choice.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, if that's the case, it might only cost us 6 minutes, so do you want to try ally?
That's true. Let's try it. Yeah, let's see what happens. I feel like both of these could go places. Like, you know...
Round 3 of the Ambit result. Thank you, Ambitex.
Because then what would have happened?
Hey, Sigma!
We would have betrayed, and she would have allied, we would have left.
Yeah.
And then that's probably the end. That might be a dead end. That might be the dead end round. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Are you insane? Why the hell did you choose ally?
Wait. We can talk about that later. Right now. She's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then she'd not even vote?
Yeah.
She didn't even vote.
She didn't even vote.
She allied. She just, like, she default allied. She didn't even go in. Oh my god! Oh my god. I thought so. She didn't even pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then she let the system vote ally for her?
Yep.
Results from round 3 of the Ambitex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
But that means we would have gotten out either way.
Yeah. Right, the results.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
So now we can, either way, it's not to keep, she's not trying to keep us in. Yeah.
Oh.
Just us, that's right. Oh no! Oh no! Yep. We all have 9.
Yeah.
The 3 of us can leave. I don't like seeing all those skulls. That's nasty.
Mm-hmm. It's terrible.
Points have been assigned.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Accordingly.
Oh, because before we see the negative.
Check your bracelet
But we
to see
haven't
your
seen skulls.
updated
We haven't seen
bracelet
skulls.
points.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like that.
We've never voted when people are already dead.
Yeah.
I mean, at least when all...
Oh,
right.
that's right. Into
because
another
what
round.
that actually is, that's not saying they're dead. That's saying they are dead now because they just got the penalty.
Right.
Yeah, so...
Right. Yep.
There it is.
2 of us. Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically. And the other 6 got penalized. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, we knew that. Then again, 5 of them are already dead. Who was dead in this route?
Everybody,
right?
Yeah, this is the one where they slowly died over time. This is the one where we found Tenmyoji and Tenmyoji and Clover handcuffed to the thing. We found frickin'
Allison, Luna.
Yeah, we also found Kay and Dio stabbed in the rec room.
Is that this route?
Yeah.
Where they got...
All of that was this route.
Holy shit. Wow, yeah, it's been a while since we've been here.
Yeah, all of that was this route.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember it. We got this fairly early on.
Yeah.
We got stuck here. Okay. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah, that means all those penalties are meaningless.
Oh, so he's in... His bracelet's already off, so he's in the, pod.
Maybe.
Probably.
But
Maybe.
I don't think the pods were available in this route. So the only way he'd be in a pod is if Luna had taken him to the pod.
That's what I say. Luna probably could have done it, though.
Yeah.
Because she's...
But he's gotten sick with tubocurine. I mean, not from Radical 6 many times without being put in the pod.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but...
Yeah.
Alright. What do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
What? You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one that kept going on about Quark still alive? I can't just run off and leave him here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
We're not gonna leave right away. And Luna too, right?
Luna.
Can she leave? Will she leave? I don't
We don't know.
The Ambidex
She knows
gates
she's
have round star keys.
She delivered one of the passcodes
She
to
did.
us.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, she's in the know.
Kay did too, technically, but she did it in that robotic way, like
Yeah.
it was a directive. Yeah.
Okay.
Fi and I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair, just like before, but Fi had changed to a red solo. It didn't really matter, though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door, and we'd never have to play another AB game again.
So they played through all the rooms, so they don't
All
need
right.
to...
Quark comes first.
No, they have the star keys. They can just keep
Every room
going.
is open.
Yep.
They can just go forever now. Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Wow, this is new. This is interesting.
Yeah. She spun around and
Whoa.
headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. What are we gonna do here?
It's just searching for Quark.
What is even the outcome here? Are there bombs set in this route?
No.
I don't think so.
No, we're on the
right?
far left. There's no
Yeah.
bombs.
Okay. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. That all sucks. Oh, he hasn't seen this yet, right?
But in order to get to this route, we have, so they're probably not going to make a deal out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They noted it though. You saw them look at it.
100%.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, and it's like you have to have had that discovery about her bracelet in order to even get here in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Looks like there's a lion.
Yeah, that's the director's
Oh
office.
yeah. Okay. Great.
No, that's not
yeah.
the director's office.
No.
It's the security room. But we've been in there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Golems.
Golems.
Gollum.
Gollum.
Poor guy.
I know. I feel bad. All right.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Yeah. According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on the thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's the treatment center. which we know.
Open?
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it? And how?
There's only one person who could have opened
Which
it.
means Luna opened it and put Quark in there. Yeah.
You're right.
Yay. Luna.
All right.
Which makes sense because we
Let's head
discovered
in.
that in Kay's route. Yeah, someone going around. Luna going around. Okay. And it's the inverse here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cute.
You're gonna just ghosting around the
Yeah.
game, messing with things. Yep.
Yep. What the heck are these things?
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
Whatment pods? Oh, come on, man.
Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them, and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left. Is it being used?
The glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Let's crack it open then.
Yeah.
All right. It's the boy in the pod. And...
It's the boy!
Boys in the pod! Yay! Quark! Woohoo!
So he's alive.
All right, Quark
After
is alive.
everyone else is dead.
Jeez. It still sucks.
Yeah, it still really
Still
sucks, and he's
really
without his
sucks.
grandpa, and like,
Oh, it sucks.
this is a bad route.
Yeah, I don't like it still.
Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse.
So, like, so we don't know where his bracelet is, right?
No, we found it earlier.
Okay,
And that's why everyone thought he was dead, because the bracelet was off.
That's right, okay.
Yeah.
What, wait, what are you guys doing? Did they grab him?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just gonna leave with him.
Okay. What about Luna? Alright, I guess we'll see.
This is it.
Okay, yeah, they have him.
Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. He also has radical sex, but it's okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I guess we're just gonna, it's fine.
He hasn't actually been treated for it. He
No,
was
he
just
has
put
not.
in the pod to keep him
Yeah.
there, from going crazy.
I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. Yeah.
The pod's display had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic, which had put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
No, not yet. Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too? Think about it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay. There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
But why?
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
016.
And what's that the same number as?
The last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AV room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it any time she wanted.
That means any alibi she might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right
Been the
away.
one to do it. Yeah.
At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
To keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay.
What the fuck?
You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive, but look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer? Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Junior's. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here.
Yeah, but if she's operating under the 3 laws, then she wouldn't have killed everyone. But it's also possible that she's not, and she's operating under some specific directive that involved not killing us.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I don't know.
She was the one that brought up the 3 laws in the first place.
That's
but
true.
Sigma was the one that said the robot could just be programmed without those.
Yeah, exactly.
The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Yep.
There we go.
A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
So with Dio and Kay, it's possible that they killed each other because Kay was probably trying to kill Dio to get revenge on Akane.
It feels very possible.
Yeah, and that was, they died in there together. Okay, you're right. Let's get out of here.
Damn. Don't scare me like that.
You recalled that, but then...
Okay, I'm going to open it.
Interesting.
You ready?
You don't have to ask me. That's funny. Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
Okay. Alright. This feels weird. This feels a little weird. I don't know how I feel about this. Except that it's weird.
It does feel a little weird.
Yeah.
With a heavy, labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, Fi slipped through it. I followed her through, Quark still cradled in my arms.
Oh, they're not even wasting time. They just went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside was a massive lift platform, like the kind used to move industrial cargo. Fi turned to face me, and I shoved Quark into her arms.
What?
Huh?
Before she could respond, I spun around and ran.
What are you doing, Sigma? What the fuck are you doing?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Sigma! What the hell are you thinking? Get back
Also,
here!
you're leaving a Radical 6 infected boy with Fi right now.
Yeah,
too.
that
Like,
is true.
It's not great, but...
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Sorry, Fi. There's something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
No. You don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing! Sigma! Listen to me! You can't do this!
What are you doing, buddy? I guess he's going to get some answers because he knows that this is a wash.
I mean, everyone is dead, so
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
Yeah, I mean, because if he's recalled everything, or recalled some things to some extent, he knows, like, he's gonna reset. So,
Yeah, although, again,
I don't know.
we don't know what happens to the Sigma of this timeline.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This ends. Thank you. As the game escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Yep.
All right.
Wow.
You made this bed, Sigma.
That is
I had no regrets.
interesting.
In fact, with Fi and Quark's successfully escaped, Fi and Quark's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved, and a difficult choice had been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time.
All right, time to go. Luna's waiting. What the fuck? What? What? Okay. This is spooky. Oh, hi!
Hey, Luna.
Luna. I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but It makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now, but are you talking about something that happened in another history?
What?
I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Who told you that?
Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom.
Sigma, aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it.
Oh? Why do you think I didn't do it? I'd like to know your reasoning.
All right.
I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts.
How much are you gonna pull from? Like... Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had blood spatter all the way up to the elbow, except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood spatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That meant Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
Because he confessed.
What?
After his bracelet reacted to the luminol, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Wait, when did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is the truth. Let's say that Incident P happens, and after that, the timeline splits into Timeline A and Timeline B. I don't think it's unfair to base a theory in Timeline A on information I found in Timeline B. After all, A and B both came from the same place, P. If you trace the history of both timelines, you'd end up back at Incident P. Now, if I could change what happened with Incident P by visiting Timeline A or B, then yes, it'd be a different story. I don't know that to be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the nonary game. Somehow, he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, and I don't know how he did it either. But the fact remains that he did. Interesting. So he's not pulling from the fact that, from way off timeline, that Dio is a mirror.
Currently, for so far as we can tell, he's only pulling from two timelines here. He's pulling from the one with the arms, where we discover that Sigma's arms are fake.
Right.
And he's pulling from the K one.
From the K route.
Yeah.
Now, were either of those routes, they had locks on them though that involved the route.
Yeah,
with
which
Dio.
means the K route is pulling from the Clover route, so he also knows the Clover stuff. And then the arms route pulls from... Oh yeah, he does know that. You're right.
Yeah,
Never
so
mind, he should know basically everything.
He should, yeah. He's only remembering some chunks here, so...
Yep.
It seems like what is happening is he's able to remember maybe a few steps back, but not like multiple steps back.
Well, we also don't know exactly what Dio did in order to... We don't know how the old woman died,
That's true.
necessarily.
But he's just saying he don't know what. He doesn't understand why Dio would take someone's place. Which he should, though. He should know that he's a Myrmidon and here to plant the bombs.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we'll see. We'll see what he keeps saying.
Maybe he'll talk it out, but he
Yeah.
hasn't said it yet. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AB rooms. That someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her own. Somehow, he managed to get close enough to stab her. With a knife. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he wouldn't get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. No, wait, actually... He probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is he got the bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the rightmost AB room and its neighbor. And then whenever the room moves, it reveals the knife. Yep. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. Yep. After that, he headed back into the AB room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she'd found in the warehouse after the AB room moved and exposed it. She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Yep, and she had the Myrmidon knife in this route. Yep. Next are Clover and Tenmyoji. The first question is, who put the handcuffs on them? The clue is the message Clover left, 016. If you think about it, though, it doesn't make sense. It's Dio written backwards. Yeah. Clover's left hand was in the handkerchief. Handcuffs, sorry. Handkerchief. There was a handkerchief on screen. So that means she would have had to write with her right hand on her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, you know? Why not just use your left thigh? The thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together, and the message got transferred to the right thigh. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. Yeah, she was trying to write DIO. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. Yeah. I think we said that at one point.
We
It's
did.
Dio backwards. Yeah. Now, about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagined it. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. He wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it would have been clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. Yeah. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned to switch the light off, and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Oh, jeez. It's a pretty brutal route.
It's just a brutal route. It's like, it all makes sense.
It does.
It just sucks.
Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them your fault.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories. Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure? Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves. As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
That's why I trust you.
What?
I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Yep.
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. Sigma.
Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that's happened here.
There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence.
Tell us, please.
Eventually, we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down, and just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door.
Oh my god.
Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just walked in.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily, but that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here?
In a way.
But why?
Because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What project?
I can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever. Right now,
Well,
let's just focus on the murders, okay?
we're gonna be here forever.
Yeah, we are
is the
gonna be here
thing,
forever.
So you might as well.
Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
That's hilarious. So why did he come here?
To make sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms,
5th and 6th?
counting from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost room would have been the 6th room, and the one next to it would have been the 5th?
Right. After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while this was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room with the crane?
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Then who moved the old woman?
Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What?
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the nonary game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes. Our plan dictates that I must. An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected.
What a shit.
You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen? I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
Oh shit.
Well, there's confirmation.
Yep, we all got it. And it was released intentionally.
That is none of your concern. Your only concern is to follow your orders.
But...
Damn,
Luna.
Akane. Damn, Akane.
I know, right?
Yeah. Holy shit.
I am giving you an order. I
like-
am in command, and you do as I say.
It's like, is she the protagonist? Is she the antagonist? Is what? She's a force.
She's a force.
Yeah,
I think
like-
that is the most accurate.
in all of this.
I mean, she's definitely the antagonist.
I would say.
But it's also her story in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I like
999 was certainly her story.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Even though she was also essentially the antagonist.
100%.
Like,
yeah. Which I think is so cool. What
Yeah.
neat storytelling to
I
give
know!
Akane is one of the more neat characters I've just ever encountered.
She's incredibly nuanced. Yeah, very interesting.
You are programmed to do as I say. You know this.
yes.
Good. Now, I have one final order.
Another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter. The 6th AB room.
But... why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are
sense.
things you
Yeah.
must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants.
Well, at least she's not the type of person to memory wipe.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least she's like, all right, you already know this.
Yeah.
Ideally you wouldn't, but
But we're just gonna deal. We're not
Yeah.
gonna actually reprogram you for all of this.
I'm just gonna order you not to give any of it.
Exactly.
You
Okay.
must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room. You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
Is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
So she's doing that knowing that she was going to leave first. and be
After
killed,
that,
so that
I
Luna
went
would
into the
have to do
AB
it.
room as I'd been
Yeah.
told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated. But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake. So I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
That's so rad. Also, that sucks because you have to watch Akane die, but also that's cool that your body goes down, but then you just go whoop back into the system, like the singularity, and just look around. Yeah,
100%.
That's cool. And you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes, it was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
Oh, yeah, kind of pulled a Dumbledore here, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Luna. I think I understand. Everything you did because you'd been ordered to?
Yes,
And it was the old woman who gave you those orders? Then is she Zero Senior?
no,
What? But if she gave you the orders,
she did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
there was someone else?
Yes,
And that person is Zero Senior.
yes. They worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose technically my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Junior, too. I told you before that Zero Junior moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me.
But why?
I don't know. I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually, we'd figure out that the rooms had been moved and that she was in your room.
Then maybe they wanted the opposite.
You mean,
Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
that doesn't make sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room?
You're right. Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife there.
Yes, I think so.
But how could they know that?
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved, which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet. So she confronted me. It was
yep.
right after the second round of the
Remember that.
AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Wait. You were listening to us in the security office?
Yes, that wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You were watching through the security cameras.
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth, and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance.
This is the route where Clover was real pissed. too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You lie, or try to play dumb or something.
That's a lot of routes, but yes,
That's
this
true.
is one of them.
Yeah, one of them.
I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice, that she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes. It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it,
Oh,
but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
She's also dead, like Luna.
Yeah.
Leave her be.
Because of your orders?
Yes. Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun. I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course, while we were fighting over it.
Yep.
Damn, Clover.
Damn. Whoa, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight, I get that part. What I don't understand is why it did anything to you.
You mean because I'm a golem?
Yeah.
One of my orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
That's why you, died? To keep up the facade that you were a human?
No, I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders, too. So to make it look like I had died, he turned the power off.
Interesting. That, yeah.
Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me. She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
How can you be so sure?
When I collapsed, she looked terrified. She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator?
Yes,
That uses an electric shock to restart the heart, right?
correct.
So that was why she left?
Yes.
At 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds. I guess this is Luna?
Oh, yeah, this is Luna, yeah.
At 0 hours, 11 minutes, and 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters.
She ran off toward
That's
the
weird. I don't know why
infirmary.
that wasn't
On the
voiced.
way, she bumped into Dio.
Dio?
Yes, I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by?
Yes, I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing, but he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
Oh, yeah.
At 0 hours, 12 minutes, Dio entered the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body.
Yeah, I bet.
It didn't take him long to get over it, though.
This is when he plants the bomb, right?
No,
Is he planting
wrong
a bomb?
route,
No, right,
wrong
that's
route.
wrong route. No, you're right. What are you doing here?
He'd gone there for 2 reasons.
Sorry.
One
right.
was to get Alice's bracelet,
That's right.
which was a blue solo.
Yep. Right. Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't be able to get through the secondary door. Right?
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course. Phi had already taken it by then.
Yes, but there was something else he wanted to do, too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
But why did he want the knife? Was it because he'd used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't he want anyone to see that?
Do you remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade.
Yep. Myrmidons?
He's so bad at this. He brought a knife that has his secret
yes,
order's name.
He's just the worst.
He's really terrible. He couldn't even sneak in. He was let in.
God.
He's terrible.
He's so bad. And then whenever he gets out, he's like, I succeeded.
I am a mastermind. And
You're
you're
like,
like, Jesus Christ.
fuck off.
Yeah.
They let you
Yes.
leave. What does Myrmidons mean?
It's the name of the organization he belongs to.
What is it, like a club or something? Come on,
I
Sigma!
don't think so.
You know this. Well, what is it then?
I don't really know.
No idea?
I'm afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero was doing?
Yes.
Then, wouldn't that mean that he's on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
You've got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. I guess this enemy of our enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Yeah, keep going.
After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what few belongings Alice had. Luna said
Wait, what? Oh, I guess this is...
Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. Who freaking knows? He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it. At least, as far as Luna could tell. At 0 hours, 13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said, Jesus,
Yeah.
they began to fight.
Fuck do you think you're doing?
Oh, shit.
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up.
Hello.
Hey, Junpei.
Dio, what the hell are you doing? None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile old shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
Take him out. Oh, he doesn't take him out, though.
No, he does not. He let out a yell and leapt towards Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with his knife. Tenmyoji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then, as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away.
Ow! Yow, 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 yow. Ouch.
But Dio was a much younger man. And stronger man. And the wound Tenmyoji gave him himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. He put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off. And Tenmyoji collapsed to the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. How about this?
He just had the handcuffs on him?
I don't know where the handcuffs came from.
Yeah, where'd you get
How
that shit?
cute.
I'm sure it was a prop somewhere else, I just can't remember.
Maybe? I don't know.
You two really look great together, you
Oh,
know?
wait, they were in this room. They were part of the puzzle in this room, I think. Oh,
I don't remember
can't
that. I don't think so.
I can't remember where they came from.
Regardless, yes,
Okay.
he had handcuffs.
All right.
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you going to beat us to death or something?
Ugh, no. Nothing so tasteless.
Well, what are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close. Give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors, so unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream. Well, I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
God, he's a piece of shit.
So terrible.
He's so bad.
He's really terrible.
25 minutes passed and no one came. Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, Phi, and Kay, right?
Yes, you were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yeah. Kay had told us about you. We'd also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. That's right, yeah. If only we'd known what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
The anesthetic, right?
Yes. Almost immediately they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was Dio.
Yes.
Damn. Oh, that fucking sucks.
Yup.
As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you. Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened.
Wow, you were spot on.
Yeah. That doesn't make it better.
No. So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with luminol, and then, while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the axe. Yep.
And then the spear.
Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with the spear. Woof.
It's just a bad scene.
It's just bad. And I guess that's when we found them.
Yes.
When did Kay get the luminol?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them over for anything useful.
And that was when he found the luminol.
Right.
And then went to the rec room again.
For the light switch.
To switch the light off, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Holy shit, Lunar Route. Damn.
That's everything that happened. Do you have any questions?
Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the infirmary?
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
But why did Tenmyoji have Quark's bracelet?
I told him where it was.
When?
Do you remember when you were in the rec room with Phi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with the luminol, right? Sure, I remember that.
Right after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji. The center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
Clever, Luna.
Yeah. That was the treatment room, right?
Yes,
Where Quark was sleeping?
right. It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Out of relief, right?
Yes, the display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Yeah, but how'd it come off? Yeah, there we go. Why was Quark's bracelet off?
I took it off.
How?
Aluminum foil.
Ha! What? Are you talking about? What? You mean the stuff in the crew quarters?
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
What?
Here's an exciting fact.
Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
She stuck it underneath to block it,
Yeah.
to trick it to say,
Is that easy?
Your heart stopped.
Yep.
And it just popped right off. Oh my fucking god. Are you fucking
Just like
kidding
casual,
me?
like I just used aluminum foil. Anybody could have done it at any point.
Holy shit. Yeah, because we found it.
Yep.
Yeah, so everyone could just like stick it under and pop the bracelet off.
Yep.
Oh my god. Well, good to know that
Yeah.
piece of information. You better remember that, Sigma, for another timeline.
Who knows if he will, though.
I know,
You
right?
got your fancy little bracelet.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're telling me the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends out?
Yes. All you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And the bracelet thinks your heart has stopped?
Yes.
Holy shit. It was that easy all along.
Anyway, I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait. Why was Quark in the pod to begin with?
Oh, that's easy. I put him there.
Yeah. When did you do that?
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him to the treatment pod?
Yes.
Were you the one who unlocked the treatment center too?
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
That means Zero Jr. probably done it, yeah. So it was Zero Jr.?
That's right.
He reactivated your body too, right?
Yeah, so Zero Jr.'s playing along.
Zero Jr. is the one that is throwing shit off.
Yeah.
And is breaking the game.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Zero Jr.
Zero Jr. isn't actually like supervising the game to make sure it runs right. Zero Jr. is supervising to make sure whatever directive happens, it seems like.
Yeah, although, I mean, I
he-
feel like Zero Jr.'s primary goal is to make the game run.
That's
but,
fair. I mean,
yeah.
he does disseminate the rules and, like, is supervising, but is also, like activating the facility and doing shit outside of the game.
100%. So,
Weird.
has some secondary goal.
Yes. Yeah.
Or just, like, a heart, I guess, because, like,
Maybe?
the things that it's doing for the most part are, like...
Relatively benevolent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
I don't know. Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Senior and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, huh? Huh, of course it does. What else is there to get out of this? I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot we can get out of this. We're stuck in here forever. So, are you going to tell me?
Tell you what?
Isn't that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it. I don't think she can. She said that she couldn't, right? Like,
It depends on what she already knows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because,
but then...
it's worth noting, just want to bring this up, she got direct orders from Akane to not divulge any of this to anyone.
That's true. She's already breaking her promise right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if she already knows something about it, even if she was ordered not to say it,
She's already giving out
already
information.
doing it, yeah.
So why were we brought here?
To play the nonary game.
And why were we supposed to play the nonary game?
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Senior and the old woman did that.
Why?
It was a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
What would have happened if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally, killed me.
Then what?
I wouldn't have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Tenmyoji died for this project.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the tubocurine that killed them. But they were only injected with it because of their bracelets, and they were only wearing those bracelets because of the nonary game. If the nonary game was part of the project, then that's one more way it killed them.
I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Now, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Then if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would never have taken place, right?
Yes.
Oh, I see what's happening here. He's getting all this info so that we can, like, prevent all this from happening? Can that even happen? Like, can we go far enough back in the routes to, like, stop all of these things?
We don't know.
I don't know.
Because the old woman is the first one to leave the AB room.
Right.
So.
Unless we are the first ones to leave the AB room and we stop Dio. Like, interesting. Okay. So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
To disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
Oh my god.
The real question is, why is the AB room the starting point?
Yeah, why do we have to be in there?
I mean, hypothetically, we were passed out until then, but we can't.
Right.
So far, it's not like Sigma has been able to, like, go back to before he was kidnapped.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
We don't know.
Yeah. 6 people died here. 4 of them were murdered, one way or another, by Dio. At first, that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died. But that's not true, is it? All of them, all 6 of them, they all died for this project. That means the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Senior, right? Please, Luna, tell me. What is this project about? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero?
Sigma. Would you hug me?
What?
Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face into my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled.
And she's looking at this guy that looks exactly like the kid she was designed to raise. Yeah.
I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand to her head and began to softly stroke her hair.
Ooh. Ugh. Oh no. Hey, Luna. What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber, but after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
Okay. I get it.
Does it scare you? This is what I really look like. I'm a golem. Just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time.
Yeah.
Even though I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember what you asked me earlier? About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr., and I hacked it.
What?
Yes, that was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji. Then Kay and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself. And I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders. But I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Junior's systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey. You lose access to your body, of course, but everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
What? Wait, are you saying...
Yes, very soon now I'll be gone. Zero Junior is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
What? Why?
I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserved this.
No. No, you don't. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyway. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma, thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
Luna! Luna! It's going to be okay. I'm not going to let them do this. You're gonna be fine, I promise. Just please don't...
I'm sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms.
Luna!
Thank you, Sigma. And goodbye, Doctor.
Doctor?
But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away.
Oh.
With one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
Whew.
That was a lot.
Oh, Luna.
That Luna end is rough.
Tears in the Rain is the achievement we got for that.
Fucking rough. Holy shit, Gina. Oh, it was really good.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It was really good. It was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a lot. And to your point, yes, they definitely were rehashing all of those events with some clarity, but it seemed like the point was like, if you trace it all the way back, how do you stop it? Yeah. When everything goes as wrong as possible, which I would argue the Luna route is as wrong as possible. Yep. What do you do? How do you fix it?
Yeah. How do we keep... do we have to keep everyone alive? We don't know what the goal of the project is, of the nonary game is. Like, what are we trying to stop? I mean, like I have said before, I have suspicions of what we're supposed to get at here. But
as it is, we've kind of gone through almost all, certainly all the other named routes. The only thing we have left is Phi.
Yeah,
and that's a big long one right here.
Long one. Yeah. Yeah, do we want to do Phi's route next time? It feels like the logical choice. I mean, it's the only one that really makes sense. I mean, it's the only one really left. The other ones you can kind of hand wave at and know that they're just sort of wrong. Yeah. Unless we're forced to go back to them in some way. Wow. Holy fuck. That was crazy. Sorry, this was a longer episode, but...
It was really long. We, glanced at each other halfway through and we're like, you know what? We're just gonna keep going.
We gotta keep going. So there's a little gift for you guys. Next time, let's go finish up the Phi route.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see if we can take what we learned from Luna's route and Kay's and all the other ones and piece it into this one. Yeah. All right. We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye, folks.